good witness to the madness that was
Heels, pops, and chair shots.
HPC.
Heels, pops, and chair shots.
Bad guys on
Pero
heels,
mírate
pops,
a
and chair
ti.
shots.
Heels, pops, and chair shots. Wrestling's entertainment champions.
what a bunch of idiots, imbeciles, stupid as it gets. Stupid, clueless idiot, a bunch of clueless nuts. Is there anybody here that's got any brains? Stupid, stupid, stupid every day, every night. So stupid, just really stupid. The biggest cutthroat bunch of conniving, backstabbing idiots you've ever seen in your life. That is such bullshit. It's the work of an idiot. Pathetic, really stupid idiots. Are you an idiot? Lost idiot? He was the shits. You will always be seen as a complete failure. The term motherfuckers would have been crossing my mind pretty regular. Thanks for nothing. Go fuck yourselves.
Yeah, subscribe and like, hit that button right now. All right, follow us on Twitch, SoundCloud, iTunes, your mother's.
Welcome back to Heels, Pops, and Chair Shots, Wrestlers Entertainment Champions. Woo! Street trash and other explicit content. Ladies and gentlemen, the bad guys are back. We at it. That's Mischief. That is JP. Talk to him a minute, fellas.
Brett, we love you too, baby. We love you, Brett. Brett screw Brett, baby. Brett screw Brett.
Yo,
Ooh, baby.
I love it.
Yo,
Like,
we love you, Brett.
that was me. With the Michael Jackson voice and everything. We love you, Brett.
MJF on Baker Incident, Orton discussing the Hall of Fame, and Dirty Dom on Impulsive. We got a lineup here, fellas. We out here. Of course.
Y'all see this classic I'm wearing though?
Nah,
Y'all
it's
see this
classic
shit?
album, man.
Yeah, I'm
This is
wearing.
vintage.
I'm bearing the
Oh.
right here, baby.
Oh,
I'm not gonna show you what's under there, but I got the skull here. I got the skull right here. Look.
but who's he wearing? Who's he wearing, Mr.
Hard times, baby.
That's
Hard
the
times,
American
man.
dream. Dustin Rose, son of a plumber. Everyone's
Son of somebody.
Everyone's
Yes,
got
Look
it.
at
sir.
that, with a-
Yes, sir.
How we feeling, fellas?
Oh.
How we feeling?
Everyone's what they need, though. Everyone's
what's
got
this?
it, Dustin. But what you need, baby, is a little bit of promo class. You know what I'm saying? You got to get out there and you got to pick up them games. You got to play them games with them family members. You know what I'm saying, baby? You got to let them know.
Ooh.
You got to tell them from the bottom of your heart, from the innards of your soul, what the smack talk you gonna talk about. Baby, Smack Talk Showdown is the game of games. This is what you play with your family and friends. You say you got it. You say you got that mic. You got the skills. You like to talk about it. Talk about this. Smack Talk Showdown.
Oh.
They know that they say that all games are created.
I saw that going somewhere else.
True. Hit him up.
Smack him down.
Say his name.
Smack talk go down. Yes, sir.
Woo.
That was beautifully done, by the way. Wow.
Thank you, bro.
Segue.
Very nice.
I'm a
Very nice.
professional.
You're a
All right.
professional.
I'm a professional.
Professional.
And we're professionals as well. And as professionals, we got to talk about what happened in wrestling this week.
Ooh.
'Cause there's always some shit that's happening
Always
in
some
wrestling.
shit. There's always some shit.
I mean, listen, we came off of a great SummerSlam. Shout out to everybody that tuned in last week because, you know, y'all were blessed to
That's
see
right.
JP Savage running the show,
That's
doing this
right.
damn thing. I don't remember what we talked about, but, you know, we was here. Nah, shout outs. It was dope. But, yo, it's a great time to be a wrestling fan, bro. I feel like I've been saying this for the last 5 years because that's the truth. That's the truth, man.
You bring up professionalism, and yes, it is something that I don't know. I don't want to say lack thereof in the business, but it's definitely something that should be in the business. And one man will lead off the evening. MJF, being the professional that he is, he addressed the backstage confrontation with Britt Baker earlier this week. And I know you guys are aware, right, of MJF and Britt Baker, the whole situation. He punched the wall.
Claro.
My guy here went on a tangent, went on a fucking paragraph story on Twitter. I don't think he had to use the app because there's no way they allowed that many characters.
No, he was on an interview. He was getting.
It was an interview.
Yeah, no. But yeah, it's pretty much explaining that it's blown out of proportion. It was something that haters gonna hate, and they don't have to like each other as coworkers, right? I mean, every job is the same.
God knows that everybody in America don't like at least one person in their job.
That's fair.
That is at least there's at least one person that irritates you. That's MJF. That's probably MJF. No, but real talk, like there's always somebody. So you don't have to get along with everybody. You got to be
Right.
You got to carry on the
Right.
business. You got to make sure that everything runs the way it's got to run, and it's got to go the way it's got to go. That's
Listen,
best for everybody, myself,
of course.
included, right? Like yourself included.
Listen, the show goes on, and there's nobody that set the standard and the bar for that situation when you're talking about relationships between coworkers and making sure to do business no matter what than Edge and Matt Hardy. I'm just saying, because when a real life affair becomes a storyline
Ay, papa.
and they run through it like, yo,
That's
that lets you know. I'm just saying,
Now you ain't wrong about that.
you know.
You know?
Listen, it is what it is. Kudos for MJF for taking that tone. I mean, it's unfortunate what happened. I wonder what's happened with his relationship with Adam Cole based on that. Because I'm just saying, if somebody punches a wall near my lady, we gonna have some problems. No matter what the situation.
They are no longer together, right? So I mean, does it even affect them now?
Wait, hold on. Britt and Cole are not
they
together.
broke up. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, on the market,
man.
puppy,
On
she
the
on the
market.
market.
The doctor will see you now.
Is that probably what happened?
Really? Yo, really?
Is that what happened? the doctor.
Man, we're failing as a people.
Yo, y'all saw that meme? Y'all saw that meme of That's So Raven? With the low cut, and somebody said, I thought this was Benzino. Yo.
No, I haven't.
That's wow. That's cold. That's cold.
Oh, it's cold as hell.
That's cold.
She looks great in it, but she got the low cut. So, I thought this was Benzino.
Focus, baby. Focus.
Damn.
Yo, so I didn't know that split. I mean, it's none of my business, but I didn't know.
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
Okay.
I'm wondering, is this why this turned into so volatile? Is there something there? I don't know. I don't know, man.
Who knows at this point? He's
But
saying
like-
he is saying that it was a lot of clickbait and put the blame on the media.
Because it turned to hate really quick. So something happened. You know what I mean?
Well, there's smoke, there's fire. But let's hear what this is what's written, right? Or rather, this is what I understood from everything.
Talk about
is that at some point, right? Britt said something, right, about that match, about that hour-long,
the whole hour shit,
MJF match, right? Something was said, right, that got back to MJF and Will Ospreay, right? Apparently Alicia too, who's with MJF, right? That's how that worked out. Back, right?
Yes, sir.
Then
There was in the locker room.
Then MJF and Ospreay happened, and Britt called this girl a snitch, and that's alleged.
Alleged.
It's crazy because in the MJF interview, I don't think he denies that from being true or false. I think what he addresses is punching the wall or like being threatening.
Not being suspended as well was the real topic of it. Really, why he didn't get suspended.
Where he didn't really, he said like, oh, everything is fabricated. Right. But then only identifies the things that are about him, right? That are like where he punched the wall, whether or not he was threatening, blah blah blah. To say that like, yo, sometimes you don't like your coworkers and whatever. Doesn't really. I don't think he defends Britt Baker. Whether or not he has to, that's up to you. You know, that's your discretion. I don't think he had to, but I think that the way I heard it was, yeah, she got out of pocket, but I wasn't as aggressive as you're saying. Right. Like there was conversations, and that's that.
This is being sensationalized a little bit.
And I don't got to talk to you about it because I could be a professional, and that she's gonna have a match, and everything's gonna be fine.
The concern was that the violence of breaking the wall, when clearly he's making it a point that he was a hallway away from her when he did it, was kind of the point he was trying to push before everything even came out.
But at some point, he was so mad he punched the wall.
Yeah.
So again, like I'm not judging the hitting of the wall, just the facts. You start collecting the
Right.
facts. Right, the facts is like comments were made, it got back to them. Apparently, Will Ospreay also spoke to Britt Baker. Again, I don't know if that's true or not. That's just the rumor.
Right, that's written
But-
as well.
If all these things happen, and just the bits and pieces, it sounds like Britt Baker was talking shit.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's just collecting facts here. When you put two and two together, like there's smoke, there's fire.
Bro, it sounds like she was talking shit and she got called out on her shit.
Yeah.
And,
Right,
and that caused a reaction that got her suspended. She was
Because let's just be real. This is some shit that happens at work that people think they can talk about their coworkers, and that shit ain't never gonna get to them, and that somebody not gonna come out of pocket and be like, "Yo, so what's good?"
And it leads to the wrong attention on the wrong things at your business. Because when
Right.
business is happening, you don't want attention on that stuff. You want attention on more important things like business
But
things.
it's interesting,
And-
right?
and
Because
MJF
this-
my bad. MJF did redirect it to business.
right,
He
right,
did
right.
business. He
Yeah,
was
yeah,
like,
yeah,
"Yo,
yeah,
la, la,
yeah,
la, I hear you.
She's gonna do
August
business.
25th.
August 25th, she's gonna have a great match. It's gonna be crazy. You need
Right.
to tune and watch.
And you know what's interesting about this is that, you know, usually like if this was two females or if this was two males, there's something they can turn into a storyline because there is some legitimacy to the situation. But it's female and male.
Yeah, they're always
How
gonna
can they spin this?
now they're gonna
How?
work together. Yeah, it's gonna
How? But that's what I'm wondering. How are they gonna make this happen?
They'll put the
What's gonna
secret
be the
sauce
thing?
on it.
It's not gonna be a man versus woman.
It don't matter. It could be Alicia Atu. And Britt Baker will have a significant other situation.
Selective. Yeah, right.
Maybe Adam Cole turns on Britt in that match. Hits it with a Panama Sunrise. And you're saying that like, oh, it wouldn't be guy on girl action or whatever.
I'm just saying, like, is that the direction we can take it? Can Britt go to the point where she can go up against MJF?
First of all, I'm gonna say this. You saw that match with Sheeta?
Mhm.
Have you seen Britt's work like the last couple times, or just like in general?
Mhm.
She's not that sharp.
She's not the best technician. No. This
No.
is why I'm saying.
She makes mistakes. Like I'm not again. Like,
And
as
listen,
someone that watches the show. Oh, just let me say this right. The interaction with her and Mercedes, right at the end of Dynamite,
Mike the
or
Ref.
during
I
Dynamite,
really forgot.
right?
Oh, chat.
She like walked quickly to the ring.
Right.
She didn't like sprint to the ring to get fucking Mercedes. Oh, I'm a sneak attack. I'm gonna just quick walk to the ring, take my time going through the ropes. Like, yo, let's go, baby. Like, yo, you trying to sneak attack. Yo, Mercedes turns around, looks at her, kind of has to play it off, turn around again. Like, yo, come on. And then they interact, and it's all like really slow. She Natalia's to me. There's like a slowness to her game that takes me out of the moment. It takes me out of the match.
Is it that she indicates too much?
She indicates, she projects. I don't know how it's
Well-
the same. Yo, Natalia's a fucking. She'll be a legend and she'll be a Hall of
But it's
Famer.
just her style, bro. It's just
And
it's
there's
just,
a robotic nature to her style that just I'm not. That doesn't jive with me. I watch it and I'm like, this isn't. So all right, and I see it here too. There's like just. She had a great match with Thunder Rosa, blah, blah, blah. I praised it, of course, but then like it's just a lot of that, like just.
and that's the thing. It's about the person carrying the match too, right? Because she's had good matches, but in the grand scheme of things, like what's always attracted people to her matches is her promos. It's her ability to build that feud, to deliver on the mic, and that's where she's herself. And you know what I mean? She puts butts in seats.
What do you think about her last promos though? I haven't been like, oh, she dropped bars.
I mean, clearly, if people punching, apparently, if people punching walls or she leaving Beyonce's, this shit.
No, those are
going on.
shoots.
Maybe she's not a, you know, maybe
It's a
she's
shoot,
not a,
brother.
listen,
Those are her
maybe-
shoots.
Listen, maybe she's having an off year, right? Like, there's a lot going on. You know what I'm saying?
There
But I
definitely
also-
is a lot
but I-
going on.
But I also feel it depends on who you're going up against. I feel like people need to feed on energy. And the one thing we have been saying about Mercedes Moné is it hasn't been hitting like that. It's okay. Her promos haven't been crazy.
Yo, but even all right. So the match with Sheeta, right? That was just.
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
If Monet's not at her
Yeah,
best,
yeah.
so if Monet's not her best, and that's what she's feeding off of, it's gonna be shit.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
Well,
I'm just saying, bro. Look, there's a difference between when you watch that and then you watch, like, for example, what's happening with Liv and Rhea. There's a difference between what you see Bianca Belair and Jade Cargo Foreman to eventually break it up. It's just a difference, je ne sais quoi, when it comes to the way that it's being delivered, the believability, and the presentation to the public. Maybe it's the fact that the factory WWE knows how to maximize those situations, and AEW still does not. I don't know, but it's not hitting like it could. It's hitting like Jordan on the Wizards, not hitting like Jordan 98. Hey, listen, Jordan on the Wizards still averaged 25 points.
Well, it hopefully after the
He
match,
didn't have the dunks. He didn't have the,
hopefully after the match though, they're gonna have the right attention on the right things with them moving forward. It's not gonna be talking about no backstage drama.
Well, they have listen.
shit.
The one thing about this match is that they two women of similar build to a certain degree, right? Two women. I don't think so. I mean, Sasha's tinier, right?
Yeah.
But Britt Baker isn't also like Nyla Rose, right? So,
okay.
So I think, well, yeah, right. But I think
polish
there's
on the
potential
product is right. Yeah.
that in the ring, maybe they could put something together. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, Mercedes Moné is still a Hall of Famer, future Hall of Famer. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. The lady has accolades. She did her thing in WWE, of course. She's done her thing through the Indies. She did her thing in Japan, right? As short-lived as it was. So I'm still excited to see the match because of what it can be, because of the personalities involved. A lot of the things we have to remember in a wrestling match, it's not just about the splashes. It's not about the reverses. It's not about throwing into ropes. There's a psychology behind the wrestling match as well. And that's one thing these two women could possibly focus on and build on, especially if we're talking about this turning into a blood feud.
Mike, the Word. Mercedes is Rey Mysterio compared to Britt.
Damn.
Damn.
Talk about it. Well, it helps that Mercedes has the lucha experience. No, Mercedes goes in, bro. So I think the fact that Britt's going to be going up against a more experienced wrestler that can carry the match, I think it'll be fun.
Well,
it's going to be a banger at All In this year.
It's not going to be the banger the main event's going to be. Let's not.
I don't know. We still got to get there, right?
Maybe AEW needs a legend. Maybe AEW needs
more legends.
More legends.
Coño. Like, they're running out of legends, bro.
Hall of Fame Beth Phoenix is.
Ooh.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
So let's say
hubby's there.
Does she come to AEW on some boyfriend girlfriend shit?
Listen, hubby's there, and apparently side pieces there. So
what?
Don't tell me. Talk to Christian about that shit. Was it Christian? Remember Christian was talking about, I have the keys to your house. Check your wife's voicemails. Wasn't that a situation? I took your baby in that night. Like, wasn't he saying shit like that?
I don't know. I don't think you're saying shit like that.
Nah.
Well, if Beth Phoenix decides to join in AEW, she may miss the boat this year for All In. If not, I mean, we still got to get there.
She could be a surprise for All In.
But if she does miss this year's All In, she has no need to worry because there's always next year. As it was announced, AEW 2025 date and venue announced for All In. Ladies and gentlemen, they go on to Texas. Globe Life Field, host earlier today. Are you ready to rumble, guys?
Damn, that's dope. In Globe Life Field?
Yeah. First wrestling event held there, and it's going to be an AEW show.
Whose field is that? Globe Life Field. Whose field is that?
The Texas field on Texas soil.
Texas University.
Yes, those guys because they're from Texas.
Ooh. They're also hosting an NFL game. So what's going on? Like they trying they
At the
they
same
need-
time.
No,
2 months
like,
instead of
across
2
the
weeks
game.
is a lot better. The Rangers, Texas
The Rangers.
You said the football
The-
team.
I thought it was no.
I said the Texas soil, so
Okay, rename the stadium. Okay, cool. That's dope. I'm with it. And actually, that date is kind of nice.
Saturday, July 12th.
I think the bad guys could probably make that.
I don't know, man.
Yo, son. All in Texas. New Texas Pro. Yo,
We gotta, that's what I was about to say. We gotta make a stop at New Texas Pro before we get to any
Yo.
AEW event or
And listen,
any.
Mika's birthday's the week after that, so we good.
Yeah.
You heard, bitch?
Our boy Bounty Hunter might be waiting for us. With
I might be down. Listen, I might be down for that. That sounds kind of dope. Go to New Texas Pro.
saying. I'm just saying. And you know what? New
Have
Texas
some
Pro,
Texas, some Texas beef.
always on top, baby. If you're looking at
Whataburger.
pro wrestling in Texas is back, baby. Thanks to New Texas Pro Wrestling. All right,
Ooh.
you gotta check them out at Already Platinum on August 25th. Sponsored by the Patriot Arts, baby. You talking about heels, pops, chair shots? We
Is that us? That's not.
give to you this present, so you're welcome.
We
All
can't
right.
stop love.
Campbell Hall, Pasadena, Texas is about to get rocked.
We can't.
August
stop.
20th. Rocked, baby, by New Texas Pro. There's gonna be a crazy battle royal. What are we talking
get
about?
rocked.
We talking about Steppenwolf. We talking about Hyatt. We talking about Mysterious Q. Brian Keefe's old stomping grounds. We're talking about all these shooting the ish alum and the future of pro wrestling. You gotta check them out. Already Platinum, August 25th. Oh,
You already know
baby,
that.
Texas. So if all ins in
Know that,
Texas,
man.
woo!
It's gonna be a problem.
Yo,
Un problema.
I'm saying it now. I'm putting it on record. I definitely might be down for that. So maybe we should make some moves. Because that would be dope. That would
Word
be
to
dope.
the big bird. Speaking of problems, because that's gonna be a problem out there in Texas. Former WWE host Matt Kemp has been running into some problems this week.
Yeah, what's good with that, bro?
Yo, so first of all,
It's a tip, bro.
he's upset with no longer being with the bump. That the bump was on for quite a long time. Claiming that I forget her name, but she's the newest host that took Kemp's a bitter bitch. He took over her role. She took over the role, and now the show doesn't even exist. And now he calling her ungrateful and a lot of pointing names and stuff. But he does also unveil a very interesting rumor. I don't know.
What's the room?
Matt
Rumor has
Riddle kept from interacting with said top superstar Roman Reigns because there's a little bit of real tension there between Roman and Riddle.
Okay, I can believe that. You know what? You know why I could believe that? Because at the end of the day, Matt Riddle is an MMA fighter. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, I could beat his ass.
Megan Moran, thanks, Mike. Appreciate you.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, Matt Riddle legit fought in cages, right? UFC. Like, Roman has not done that. I'm sorry. So, if I had to put my money on who's winning that fight, I'd say Riddle too.
I mean, who knows, right? I mean,
When you've
Riddle
done
got the training, got
professionally-
the
Listen, when you've done something professionally, I'm gonna put my money on you.
right. That's where the money. That's where the.
That's
That's where Vegas is going, at least.
I mean, listen, Matt
Vegas do
Riddle
the same.
clearly Matt Riddle wasn't the best ever UFC fighter. But if you got to that point, though, he fucked up a lot of people on the way.
Ego the size of his
Fucked up a lot of
pups.
people. You know what I'm saying? And not to mention he went through the Monster Factory as well. So
Monster Factory. Shout out to Monster Factory. Only the best of the best trained there. We would
shout
know.
out to Danny Cage, probably one of the best. Yo, real talk.
When
facts.
yeah, word.
So I don't know, but Riddle seems to rub people the wrong way everywhere he goes. It's kind of why he's at where he's at.
He's in MLW right now, you know?
Better go see him fucking MMA. Nope, not with my monies.
Nah, see, damn, that's a great point, Mike. Damn.
But
Nah, CM Punk might not.
Negative. Negative. You know who won't be in the negative?
Well, it's clear Matt Riddle is not CM Punk.
That's
Who won't be in the negative?
the Lucha Brothers will not
Oh,
be when they sign their next contract, because it seems that they got cero miedo in signing with the WWE. Allegedly.
Alejandro.
Alegadamente. Right?
Ay,
They are signed. Or
supuestamente.
they're going to sign. Yo, they intend on signing to WWE, but Penta, like the professional he is, he's like, I ain't going. The AEW is my home for now. Yo, but when he's gone, WWE would greatly benefit from the Lucha Brothers.
100%.
So
Oh,
the report, the rumors they have it. They don't want to do business. Mostly reporting that they don't want to do business on the way out, and now there might be. Well, Tony does have the option of adding injury time to Phoenix's, because we all remember Phoenix was hurt for a while. He missed quite a few months of action. He can also add that onto the contract, so he won't be eligible for another company for maybe a little bit longer than Penta would be.
yo, I feel like
So that sounds like.
Liberty Hoopla.
Go ahead, talk.
Yeah, mission. So that sounds like they're fearing that Tony Khan might pull a Vince on them or some shit.
Yo, that sucks though. Like, why? Like, why? He just left.
Right. This definitely will cost Pac the match. Absolutely. Absolutely. My apologies, sir, but I'm not sorry.
Nah, man. Nah, not at all. Oh my god. Yo, that would be so fun to have the Lucha Brothers in WWE.
Hell yeah.
They like WWE right now has an incredible roster.
Monto.
They are like on the up and up globally. I think they've made a conscious effort to have Latin stars on TV more often.
Very true.
LWO is what it is, right? Like
Right.
I think it's cheesy. Like,
But but listen, you got Andrade and old boy Diablo, Legado de Fantasma, right?
Right. So like
Wonderbar.
positioning a lot of Spanish stars, right? Spanish speaking stars, Latino stars on television in a lot of different spots, right? We got Carlito in Judgment Day, which is right. We'll talk about that street trash in a minute. But
I see what you did there.
but
It's not
Big
just that.
chilling, Mo. Big chilling.
putting just the frequency. I mean, right now we're not in any like real prominent spots, right? But there's a lot of us on television, and I think that is a good thing for everybody involved. Like Rey Mysterio,
Representation matters.
that where he's at in his career, right? He's not gonna main event the shit. But just being on TV as much as he is, right? Dom, right? Let's not forget, Dom is the hottest shit in the world right now, on Impulsive and the World,
You've never seen a person turn heel while being heel.
and then become the biggest face. It's crazy.
It's insane.
It's insane. That people are gonna cheer him on Monday. But my point being is like, yo, in very prominent spaces, I think that is a concerted effort by. I was just running some statistics. Let me run some numbers by you real quick. Did you know that the Latino demographic in the United States of America is the fastest growing segment of the population? It has far outpaced population growth as a whole. That is both due to migration and reproduction. Let me tell you something, brothers.
You're gonna do the number thing?
Is the largest minority in the United States. In these United States, all right. This is, for better or for worse, no matter how you want to look at it, the most important segment of your population, because it is fiercely loyal and committed to watching like certain types of television that represent them. Right. And wrestling is a segment of the of the fandom, right? Like people are hype about it, and they look at let's talk Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico really busted the doors open for the foreign pay-per-views, because it showed WWE like, yo, Puerto Rico gave us love, like this shit is crazy. And don't forget Bad Bunny, right? The biggest artist in the world, not just the city, Craig, the world.
The world,
right?
Craig.
This population a fast-growing population, far outpacing the growth of the United States and of other populations, right? Whereas like different demographics have definitely remained stagnant or like whatever. Like just that is important for long-term success and growth in business. Let me tell you, right? Invest in that group because that group has large returns over a long period of time. I say all that to say this. Putting all these Latinos on television is not a mistake. Representing them, hello, we haven't even talked about Damian Priest, the world heavyweight champion, right? Ex world heavyweight champion. A very important piece to that Latino puzzle where like now he's like wepa and the Puerto Rican flag on his thing. That's not a mistake, right? That's not a passive thing, right? Zelina Vega is now like very
100%.
I mean, she's
But that's always been the case though. As they just getting the opportunity to do it more, right? You're seeing more para coming out on that at this point.
right, and I think that's a
Even
very
Bailey.
intentional thing. And then you got a tag team like the WWE tag team I think is very like mediocre. Like right now, like the tag belts are really like a main event.
They're missing legends.
Storyline, it's like
I mean,
whatever.
You have the Good Brothers, but there are no veteran tag teams at this point. Yeah, I guess the Miz and R-Truth.
That is, I mean, the Miz and R-Truth. There's the Creed brothers, whatever. Like they have tag teams. Don't get me wrong.
No, but I'm saying veteran, like standard bearers, like you know what I mean?
There would be think about like the Creed brothers, basing for the Lucha brothers. The Creed brothers are a very hot act, right? They're a great up and coming tag team, or more than up and coming. Like they're here, baby, and they're doing their thing, right? We've got acts like the Wyatt family who are going to operate right in the tag team space, probably, or definitely. The Lucha brothers not only tap into that demographic.
Oh, give me Chad Gable and Phoenix.
Right, like
Ooh.
that would be fantastic, and like even as single stars, like they are
Right, that's what we're saying.
right. Think about like everything that can happen there in that space, right? Not only for representation purposes, where traditionally speaking, right, like there's more high flying moves. That it fits their style of character of wrestling, and people that watch them know what they're getting, and people that of that demographic, right, of the Latino demographic, we fuck with that shit.
Wait till they see Phoenix. That's the problem with Phoenix. Nobody's seen him, like commercially. Like if he gets to WWE, rocket ship.
Bro, it's a win-win situation for WWE and the Lucha Bros. I mean, you're talking about one of the most popular tag teams in the world. Let's not forget that, right? And you talk about WWE. This is where you go. This is where you work hard for. This is where you build your resume to get to. WWE is the machine, number one company, right? Of course, they're gonna get the bag.
It's always
They did what they could for AEW. They did more than enough.
Always.
How many between them and the Young Bucks? How many matches did they not have in AEW, bro? Like I don't want to see it anymore. So much oversaturation, papi.
Trash.
Tired
It
of
would
it.
be exciting. It would definitely be exciting because of what they bring to the table. Definitely highlighting a lot of the talents in WWE, but also the branding. You talk about look at the masks, right? Yeah, the Latino population is the biggest market, and they're pushing that shit heavy. Watch for a Mexico PLE to be coming soon.
Oh yeah, big time.
That's gonna be happening soon.
Mexico
Like
City would fucking kill, bro. Like that.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, it would be a great crowd, like a great crowd.
I think we're booking that flight too, just so you know.
Down.
So, like, it's
Done.
like you said before, bro. It's all about securing the bag, and that's why you got to go to Focal.com for all your official merch. What am I talking about? I'm talking about MLB, NFL, NCAA. Hey, baby, yo, Madden is coming around the corner. You got to get that football stuff.
I already got it, Bobby.
NBA out here. We got everything for you here at Focal.com. Yo, you like that bobblehead? You got to get it at Focal.com. Officially licensed merch from WWE and more. With the promo code HEEL10, you're welcome. All right, check it out. Focal.com. Yo, we here for the people. We here for the people. All right.
Here for the people, all the people, not just specific people. Because even like Gunther said, he wasn't liked. You mentioned the earlier street trash. The Judgment Day will adopt this said street trash name and make it part of the gimmick
Snapping?
somehow,
So
some way.
allegedly,
Allegedly.
alegadamente, Finn Balor came up with a name change, and it was going to be Street Trash, and then the internet melted, and then they were like, "All right, well, there's already merch for it,
So we allow it.
so we're gonna go like Street Trash is just gonna might be like a second name, and it's gonna like it'll probably be the
Moniker.
Street Trash version of Bullet Club,
Right. It's like NWO type shit, right? First and foremost, copyright infringement by Finn Balor, because Street Trash is the name of a movie in 1987,
Oh no.
a horror comedy.
Oh
So
no.
first and foremost, let's make sure that Finn, I know you weren't born in the US, but dude. Secondly, the name is trash. The name is trash. How are you empowering yourself by calling yourself trash? That's just garbage. I'm sorry. To go from the Judgment Day to Street Trash, especially after what they just pulled off. They did an Ocean 11 type situation to take over Judgment Day, and you're gonna go with Street Trash? I'm glad they canceled that shit. The merch should be burned. All right, let's not. I'm not here for it.
Yeah, I ain't mad at like Street Trash. I don't. Yo,
You ain't
Judgment
mad at it, but you ain't happy.
Yo, Judgment Day is in its like fourth installment. Like this is like Judgment Day has now gone through several evolutions. I don't know if we,
Quite several. Actually,
Not
you
to-
started with Edge, right?
yeah, don't
Yeah.
forget, it was Edge and Rhea, and then Finn came around, and then that was like a change. Like yo, like this has gone through different waves of.
So then, but call it something else. But no, I'm fine with it calling it something else. But just you landed on Street Trash. This is what we had. Were you
Well,
in the
I
same
haven't
meeting
seen
with
the
the
merch
Washington
yet.
Commanders? Like what are we talking about?
Can you pull up a merch shot? I can't even.
Were you
Google
in the
doesn't
same
have
meeting
it.
No,
with
no,
the
it
Guardians?
hasn't leaked. It hasn't leaked or anything. But
Oh, okay.
allegedly, like merch has already been.
Oh,
ordered.
okay.
But think about this, right? Right now, the two big storylines, or two of the bigger storylines, are Bloodline 2.0 and Judgment Day 6.0. Like we can kind of fucking move, right? Like we don't gotta live with the same nomenclature. Like let's evolve to a different name. It's cool. It's cool, yo. Judgment Day, you did your thing, baby. All right, let's retire that son bitch until
Yeah,
next week, folks.
Let's not be called a pay-per-view no more. Come on.
Let's just yo.
Right. And once again, I agree.
Armageddon.
I do not disagree. I do not.
We're Armageddon now.
I'm just saying.
Yo, bad
Street
bloodline.
Trash- But Street Trash? That's what we
Oh
landed.
no.
I think Pumpernickel would have been better suited. Pumpernickel crew.
I think like sweaters over the cardigan sweaters over their shoulders when I think what
Pumpernickel? I
pumpernickel.
didn't say cucumber sandwiches, bro. What? No crust?
No, Street Trash. I think Street Trash could work if they just if they're allowed to pull it off. Think about it, they're all trash.
If
Street
it-
Profits work.
But if it works, it would be because of Dom. That's the problem.
No,
It'd be because of Dom.
it would be so. This is supposed to be a group with no
Yes.
leader, right? I think like
Even
that.
though Finn Balor is the one in the middle, right?
But that's the story, right?
Right,
And I think that we can bullet club this a little bit if it's allowed to breathe a different air. Judgment Day was a very like paranormal, like yo, you remember like it was supposed to be like dark and gothic and whatever.
We're
and,
like goth and shit.
and like JD McDonough's head's too big to be goth. Like yo, we're not like we're not in a space where like goth works for us. I think the Terror Twins, yeah, like they are goth, and then all the goth left with them. And I don't think like
He said fathead.
I still love Cody
Judgment
Close.
Day Wolfpack.
Shit.
Oh shit.
Shout outs to Instagram. Shout outs to Steven.
Yo,
Joining us.
shout out to the 144
Steven.
people right now tuned in Watching the
Appreciate
bad
y'all,
guys,
man.
loving
Every
life,
one of y'all.
and loving wrestling. Love y'all, man.
All y'all new
Um,
follows. Appreciate y'all too, man.
Once again, bro, like, yes, change the name, but Street Trash, there's so many other things. I mean, listen, the English dictionary has so many words, and those are the two you decided to pick on.
How about 3 specific words?
I know Dom got arrested for 3 hours.
Degeneration X.
No, that's-
Degeneration X.
That's 3 letters. No, that's 2 letters and 1 word.
That was a play on words too, though.
New
That's the
World
thing.
Order.
I mean,
Okay, that's 3 words.
Like,
yeah, all of those sound regal.
no, they're real because they happen. Deadly
No, I said regal.
Alliance.
I said regal.
4 Horsemen.
The Power Trip.
I hate the 4 Horsemen, by the way. Like the title of 4 Horsemen.
Well, that's so dope. I love that.
I didn't like it. But there is, I don't know. Street Trash, I think, could work if done correctly. Street Trash a la 4 Horsemen, because they're trash. Trash, Joel. Trash.
Listen. If Duke the Dumpster
Gloves.
Drosy is not in Street Trash, I don't want to hear it.
Oh man.
Back.
You at least gotta
So-
give me the Brooklyn Brawler. You know what I'm
So
saying?
here's 3 words that we can enjoy.
That's Carlito.
Hall of Fame. Right?
Mm.
Hall of Fame. That those 3 words, such legendary, such celebration comes with those words. We have the legendary Randy Orton now, who deciding he's gonna now announce who's gonna induct him into the Hall of Fame eventually.
Whoa, wait a minute. The man who said this week that has a smoking hot wife at home, he said they asked
I
him
did
who
peep
he wants
that.
to
That's
induct
crazy.
him, and he said, I mean, I'm gonna say his name, but I don't want him to feel forced to have to do it, but it'd be John
Right,
Cena.
yeah.
He didn't even announce that's who he wanted. He said, this is the person I would want.
And it makes sense.
He's not gonna do it. He didn't ask him, but by saying this, he asked him. John Cena's gonna read this, hear about this. He's like,
He watches the show.
Randy, absolutely.
Cena watches us. He's on live now. He's right behind you, actually. So,
He has a new movie coming out. But
is that what he just
that's
said?
interesting though that he,
Ask him when.
this is the piece of wrestling I feel like we've earned as
Don't yawn.
lifetime wrestling fans. We've earned to hear about these
Mouth open.
details, right? We've earned to hear about the fact that Randy Orton has such esteem for John Cena. Because even when we was talking, he's like, this man's so busy, bro. Like, he's not even gonna be able to do it. Like, the fact that Randy Orton said that is crazy to me. Crazy. That shows the regard that he holds John Cena at. And that's, destroying that fourth wall and letting us know a little bit more insight about their relationship. And it's crazy to say, but we're at a point where Randy might be inducted in the Hall of Fame before he retires. What y'all think about that?
Sooner rather than later, you think?
I mean, Rey Mysterio was inducted, and Rey Mysterio still kicking, right?
That's fair. That's a good point.
I mean, we all
How
we're
old is
about
Randy?
a few months away from the next Ric Flair match.
Randy's like,
Diablo.
how old is Randy Orton though? For real.
He's got to be like 40 something.
Hold on. This is exactly what the internet was made for. He's 44.
44. He's still got mad time.
Can we put him in the Hall of Fame at 44 years old?
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, don't.
He
What I-
started wrestling when he was like 11. So
Right. But what I mean is not 44, but in 5 years, you think Randy Orton's gonna stop wrestling in 5 years? He can still go. So
Orton in 5 years. I think maybe that may be too much at this point for him.
well, in the next 5 years, you don't think he'd be in the Hall of Fame?
Oh, I thought you meant wrestling. Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
the Hall of
no.
Fame, yeah.
What I'm saying is they could induct him in the Hall of Fame in the next 5 years,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he'd probably still be wrestling. We don't know, right?
Like active.
I'm just saying I like the approach of giving people their flowers while they're here. They're still performing. They're still doing their thing. Give them the love while you still can, because you never know tomorrow, bro. It's a shame to me when you see the Hall of Famers they're inducting and they're no longer here.
And this just in from Instagram. Ray's a deadbeat dad, though. He should be taken out of the Hall of Fame.
Was this Dom that said this during his interview?
I mean, there was a lot said in this interview, and who knows at this point, right? I'm here. I was here for it. JP, I know you saw it.
Yeah, man, the interview was dope. But Dom just, I love the way that Dom just continues to shine, bro. Dom is given opportunities and he keeps hitting them, yo. And they're not home runs all the time, but he's consistently hitting the ball. Because this interview, I think, just added more shine to the work that he has been doing, and he's going to continue to do, and the potential was to come. Because the way they're asking him questions about Eddie and him being, you know, in a custody battle, and he's able to flip and switch between kayfabe and real life. I mean, they talked about his three wives. They talked about his three wives, right? They talked about the fact he's married, and then he's got Liv, and he's got Rhea. Like, this was a conversation, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful. Dominic Mysterio, man, if you would have told me when they first brought him in that he was going to be this, I would have not believed you.
Well, he wasn't. And now he is.
Okay.
A lot of things had to happen for him to be here. And I think that
And his father leaving him was one of them?
serendipity, yes. Yo, he couldn't live in his father's shadow, bro. His father casts too big of a shadow. It's impossible to be there. Yo, that tab says Pornhub. Yo, it's impossible. Gimps? What are gimps?
What?
It's
Tagging? 101 to
to
what?
be a baby face that is Rey Mysterio's son, or like here live and in person now, try to do something in this space when your dad is the absolute legend that he is. It's just that's impossible. He couldn't be a baby face. This, I think, him taking on the Eddie Guerrero persona, separating and differentiating himself from his dad, that coming from like the little pebble that started all of this, right? Like invading home on Thanksgiving and like those vignettes that really cast him coming in a paddy wagon, right, under arrest, like those little things, and then the shit that he did on social media, right, like being funny about being locked up,
Right.
those things snowballed into him being comfortable to have this kind of interview and this kind of influence. He was asking Jake Paul about going to Japan. Jake Paul, Logan Paul. I said Jake Paul. Logan Paul almost started. He almost cracked up, but he look.
Can I hear that or no?
Right here, nah, you can't hear it.
Okay.
But right there, right in that moment that it was playing, he covered his face because he was cracking up.
yeah.
Well, why was he cracking up?
Because it was funny. It was funny how he did it.
Dom is really pushing buttons. He said, "Yo, you can't go to Japan."
He can't go to Japan?
No.
Oh, you should be. I mean, you should go.
No, right there. Like, you see him covering his face?
Yeah.
You've never been? You gotta go.
Wait, so he can't go to Japan though?
And then Japan. He's banned from
He's
Japan
banned.
because he went into the suicide forest and recorded that shit. You don't know?
Oh, I didn't know about that.
And he was wearing the Pokemon thing.
big thing that he did. Yeah.
So Dom came like 2 seconds away from blowing it all.
That's
Because
hilarious.
Dom goes, "Yo, you've never been there. They have a beautiful and then Logan Paul put them off.
Yeah.
And that was the best thing that could have happened.
Yeah,
That was the line where it would have like burned his ass.
that was the line of demarcation at that point.
Yeah. So that was really good. But he did tell Logan Paul. He told Logan Paul to wear the hat. And Logan, I don't know. Logan Paul looked like he might have been like, "All right, dog, like."
Nah, he did continue after that. He was like, I hate that I fucked it up and I want to go. He said he always made it a point after that he wanted to be invited back to Japan instead of just
They started ragging on him for that. Who?
Yeah.
Who do you want to?
Who do you
Who? Yeah, like
Steven Seagal's gonna contact
Who
you.
fucking invite you, bro?
yo, come with me.
That was funny. Oh man.
But Dom handled the interview excellently, bro. And like you said,
And
he's
other
comfortable
shit.
in his skin.
And he answered a bunch of other questions like hilariously.
I mean, no, they asked him about the custody battle with Eddie Guerrero. And
He
he's
was
like, "Yo, how old are you?" He's like, "I was 8, bro. I didn't know, man. I was questioning my mom." Like, and he's like, and that happened. He's like pointing at me and backing me into a corner, And it was what it was. And they're like, "Yeah, that sounds like trauma."
One of the important things was the Netflix thing though.
Yeah, and he's right.
They don't really need to use it so much. It's like, 1 second you're doing a segment and you don't expect it at all, and then boom, titty right there.
Well, I mean,
I kind of like where his head's going.
the way he described it, though, right? He's saying like you don't have to be showing all tables on fire all the time. You don't gotta be showing sexual celebrations. He said, but it's about the payoff, right?
Titties are allowed.
It's the quintessential wrestling recipe. You gotta wait for the payoff. If you're oversaturating it, it's nothing. It's nothing. If you want to get the edgier aspects, you gotta wait for the right time. If you do too much of it, it's gonna lose its luster. So he's absolutely right. But we're excited to see the fact that it's about to be a little bit more explicit. I mean, listen, if you're a fan of Love Island, the fact that Love Island's on Peacock, woo!
Was that your pop of the week?
Oh, I mean, yeah, it's been a couple
that one.
weeks.
But Dom didn't say anything that's completely like,
No.
and I think Dom is my pop of the week because of this interview, right? We said it before, right? He carried himself really well. I think he really identified himself as someone who's media trained, who knows how to play with the moment, who's good in the moment, who's going to be able to talk, right? Like, he hasn't really had an opportunity to talk. Not that he hasn't, but, the crowd is giving him a certain reaction, so he's playing into that reaction, but he hasn't really had an opportunity to be himself.
Uninterrupted.
Right, other than like the backstage things, and when he's like, "Yo, my nuggies this," and he's got like little moments where he shines, and that's beautiful. Here he was really playful, really funny, really engaging. Him talking about the Eddie Guerrero thing and like him being traumatized, like that's hilarious, but real, like that's real. So he was able to. That made me feel really good about his future prospects because, and Logan, I mean, Logan's going to create this environment where that can happen because he is chill as an interviewer and whatever, and now they share a backstage. All of that is net positive for Dom.
100%.
And when the opportunity comes, because Rey Mysterio Dom at a WrestleMania, I think is the end game here for Rey. I think the end of that will be a tremendous moment, not only for Rey Mysterio as a performer and his career and his legacy and a father and everything, right? It's like Dom did a fantastic job of using the opportunities that he had when he had them to grow, to make himself a legitimate person that people want to watch in that match.
Right.
He could have very easily been the second banana where like completely forgettable. And whatever happens, people are going to want to see Dom perform in this match for better or for worse. Not just so that Rey Mysterio can have a beautiful like end of his career, but to see what Dom does with this moment as he has done with other moments in the past on the mic. So I love this for him.
And that's why I'm happy and proud of Dom in a way, bro, because a lot of people are gonna, always have the conversation about nepotism. The reality is nepotism is part of life, bro. Right? You're gonna take care of people you know and you love, right? But my thing is, in this situation, it's about he was given the ball, but he also ran with it. Right? There's a lot of people that get opportunities and don't make it happen. He's making it happen.
Nepotism is an interesting thing, right? Because here we have a situation where Rey Mysterio started wrestling when he was like 11, 12.
Right. And why?
His whole life. If you learn from a person that has been wrestling since they were 11 and now they're 30, 40, 50, wouldn't you like be pretty goddamn nice yourself? Right. And Dom's been in it since he was 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
8 years old, damn it. He debuted at 8 years old.
And at least maybe not the in-ring aspect, but at least understanding the business. Understanding what it works, what it looks like, how to navigate this. And remember, Rey Mysterio also was brought in by his uncles. Let's not forget, this is generational.
So it's funny because nepotism is what it is, but then like you have a front row seat to a legendary Hall of Fame career.
Exactly.
That is willing to teach you, like literally hold you by the hand because it's a family business.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let's remember, not
Yeah, that
everybody
kind of
can do that.
nepotism works.
But not everybody can do it successfully. I mean, listen, Michael Jordan's son didn't crack it.
Did he do a lot
Only
of
thing was cracking was Scottie Pippen's leftovers. But
wow?
Hey.
but you know what I'm saying? NBA, no so good. So I get you have to give Dom his flowers, bro. And I'm excited to see what the future. Remember, Dom is 27. Dom is not even in his prime yet.
And think
Not
about
even in his
this.
prime.
Are you praising him? Am I praising him? Is anyone praising him for a wrestling match?
Not yet.
Not necessarily, no.
And that's the thing.
Right.
His body at 27 is very different than Rey Mysterio's body at 27.
Yo, pause. Did he?
In many different ways.
When Rey Mysterio was 27, he had
Right.
already had 1 billion bumps on his match card. On
And
his
was bald as hell.
bump card. Right? He was already
Yeah, for sure.
a wild boy or whatever. I forgot what the crew was with Conan.
Filthy animal.
Filthy Animals. There we go. I said Wild Boys. What the hell?
That
But
was MTV.
he was so deep in his career already. Like Dom has only had a handful of real matches. Like Dom is in a different space, but still writing that, and now making his own name. So it's just I'm hyped. Dom gets his flowers. Pop of the week for 100%.
I got a chair shot of the week. Unfortunately, Afa Anoi's daughter disputing reports of a tweet here. Sad news from them coming out from Facebook posts saying that he's battling and not doing so well, but some concern over a post that Samu had made. Rather lengthy post, but he did mention the word soon. It's getting taken out of proportion. He is not passed yet. He is battling. Reassured from Vale Anoa via X. Read his message very carefully. He never said he was gone yet. The word soon is the key word here. Our prayers go out to the Anoi family and Afa. Yeah, hopefully doesn't get bad news. But they are updating us via social media. How unfortunate.
Man, that sucks. That's awful.
It's a terrible time frame right now, and what the family's going through. Hopefully, they'll be able to say that, have their peace, have their closure, enjoy their time while the man is here. But definitely our hearts to the family, because never an easy experience for anyone. And this, once again, when I talk about giving people their flowers while they're here, that's
Right.
the reason why. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because a lot of times, I look at situations when people pass, and you have the ceremonies and the funerals and the flowers and the other, and how many at that moment, the one thing people are thinking about is, damn, I should have called one more time. Damn, I should have done this. Damn, we should have. Do it, because we never know. We never know, man. I praise with the fam.
I wanted to tap into you guys about Hook's promo.
Okay,
yesterday.
talk about it.
Anybody watch? Anybody know?
Yeah.
I
want to like him, yo. I want to. I love Taz.
It's hard though.
Yo, I love Taz. Like his quiet, intense, or like he wasn't always like but he was just intense all the time, and you felt it. I want that for Hook so bad. I think I don't know. I was trying to I was watching him cut the promo, and I was like, I don't know if he needs to bulk up. I don't know if it's the delivery or if it's all of it. Both. I think it's both, but
I think it's both, because come on, we've all played Mike Tyson Punch Out, bro.
You know what it is, right? He needs
It's not Hook. It's Little Mac. He's Little Mac.
He needs the machine. He needs the machine.
I agree.
He needs the machine. He needs the performance center. Because,
and not just that, the whole backing
when
they back the wrestlers and how they push them is
of course,
completely
and guide you in the right way, especially with promos, etc. Right?
Hook,
but also remember, he is a martial artist. He has the judo background, but the in-ring piece, the psychology behind it, and just selling a match. This is the reason why he didn't speak for 177 matches.
It was also
This is
like
the reason.
but
He looks 11.
Looks
Yo.
but
All I'm
like
saying, listen, Macaulay Culkin and Home Alone look bigger. That's all I'm saying.
The attire doesn't help him.
you know,
It doesn't-
I don't mind it, yo. The attire I don't mind. I like the hoodie. Yo, he's Eddie Kingston, right? But like Eddie Kingston will fuck you up.
Eddie Kingston's
Right.
a big boy. You believe when he's
Eddie
gonna
Kingston's
fuck
a
you
big
up.
boy though.
And I'm not
Yeah.
saying yo Hook looks like he can fight, like he knows.
Yeah, he could throw down. He could throw down.
But I just don't feel it the way I feel it from Eddie Kingston.
It's just listen. Nobody. If you look at Mayweather, nobody's scared of Mayweather, right?
By the looks of him, no.
By the looks of him, you didn't know who he was. You wouldn't be scared of Mayweather, but the man is lethal, right? So, Hook,
Oh.
the pushes that they're pushing is that Hook is lethal, even
Man,
though his size.
Mayweather is a shitty example. He is
He is what?
slippery. He's slippery as hell.
No, but I'm saying on a physical standpoint. What I'm talking about is on a physical
Yeah,
standpoint.
physically, yeah.
If Mayweather's like 5'4", bro. If Mayweather came up to your face, you knew who he was. Man, shut the fuck
They
down.
were booking Hook like he was a Brock Lesnar, like he was
Right.
like the next
Goldberg.
big thing, Goldberg.
Right?
But he didn't have the look.
But it still worked. It
I
still
don't
worked.
think it ever worked for me.
What do you mean? Hook was getting matches.
No,
People,
people were responding, and they were.
You know what? You know when it stopped
was-
working?
That shit was just.
you know when it stopped working? When they put him on the mic.
Yeah, yo,
Yeah.
him and Samoa Joe, I thought were awesome.
It worked because Samoa Joe had that experience. He knows what he's saying on the mic. 100%.
But the demeanor was like it was perfect.
It's similar to his dad.
Samoa Joe's got that kind of demeanor,
Similar to his dad.
but Samoa Joe's a big motherfucker. Like you were like, oh, Samoa Joe, man,
Legitimacy.
he is a beast. So like, I don't know if you guys remember the vignette where like they're like talking in the back and they're like, yo, whoa, that for real? Yeah, for real. Man, that's crazy. Boom, and then they bust into a room and they beat the motherfucker up. Like that shit like reminds me of a movie. Like before,
Right.
you know, in Pulp Fiction, like before they bust open the room, they're like,
Right.
oh, we got a Royale with cheese here, Royale with cheese. Yeah, all right, bet. Boom! Yo, we gonna blast you. Like that was a legitimate like threat. Like that was a good vignette. That was a good story or whatever. By himself, I just don't. And now that I think about it, I would love Hook, Samoa Joe, and Kingston to just get together and have those moments. What are you talking about, bro? That doesn't even make sense. Nah, I'm telling you. And they're just arguing about like nonsense. And then they go and beat the motherfucker up. I want
He's gonna need something. He's gonna need something. 'Cause-
Well, remember,
Pon esa song.
how about Swerve Strickland last night?
Boom, boom.
yo, you know, I will say maybe it's not gonna go down as the best reign ever or the best champion, but I will tell you, man, I loved what I seen out of Swerve, man. Swerve has been out here delivering. What he did last night is so believable. He is threatening. He is the champ, bro. And I'm not saying he's the best AEW champ there's ever been, but Swerve is hitting on all cylinders, man. And I'm excited for his match with Danny Bryan because of the potential
So
that Swerve can go.
have you seen the clip of the promo that Brian dropped after Dynamo? Like,
Nah.
Gorilla Yuta got beat up by surprise. So, in the back, where Brian Daniels is cursing, and he's like, yo,
Why didn't see that?
I'm gonna go back to being the motherfucker that kicks fucking heads in. Like, so there's now this level of intensity coming out. This is
Well, especially after the promo that Swerve hit,
Yup.
talking about like I'm gonna take you back to your kids.
Yeah.
Do your kids a
it's-
favor. Or
Right.
retire you. You know what I'm saying? So like anytime you bring something personal into it, you know. But I'm here for it. Especially because you know what Danny Bryan can do in the ring. And Swerve right now hitting on all cylinders, bro. Like, what can he do wrong right now? Yo, his entrance, his persona, the way he walks in, like he gets it. He gets it, bro. And you know what I'm most excited for? When we get Swerve Strickland back in WWE.
After this run, maybe.
I don't know if it's after this run, but eventually it's gonna happen. Because you know he's gonna want redemption. You know he's gonna want to redo it, especially where he's at now in his career, bro.
I ain't mad at it.
Oh yeah, his best work is just to come, folks. Just hang on to that. First, now gonna have to get some orthopedic shoes because he's gonna be hopping for some time. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be hopping for some time.
Big
Need
pop,
some sketches.
big pop to the Braun Breaker, Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
2 out of 3 falls match for the IC Championship.
Yeah, man.
That bump that Sammy took on the
ouch.
I love that they re-released the clip, like how he landed on that chair was crazy. If you haven't seen it, follow us on Twitter, X, Instagram. We got that shit all out there at HPC Bad Guys. You know how to do. You know how we do.
I don't know why you mentioned that. Made me think of shout out to Otis, man. Hope he's alright, bro. Him and Obafemi in NXT. Did y'all see that?
Nah.
Obafemi threw him into the stairs and he was out.
Oh, I saw him taunting him on Raw.
I thought they were about to call X and shit. Like it was like, he was out of it.
Damn,
it got scary for a little bit. It got scary for a little bit. But he finished the match. Finished the match though. But Otis took Obafemi to the max that I've ever seen. Like on a physical standpoint, Obafemi was on the mat. You know what I'm saying? And you haven't seen that at all. So
he's a strong boy, yo. Don't get it twisted.
Otis? Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Otis. And I love that he's still
I think Obafemi broke the deadlift record that Otis set at the
really?
Wow. Yep.
Oh shit.
In the hex bar deadlift.
Yeah.
Otis's record was broken by Obafemi, and that's because and Xbox confirmed this on Twitter, right? That's because they told him to stop. He was doing reps and he was doing mad reps, and they were like, "All right, that's enough. Like you beat the record. Like chill." And he was like, "Nah."
Oh, I did hear Pat McAfee say that. Yeah.
And he was like, "Nah, I got this." And they're like, "Yo, you good, bro." Like,
we better stop counting now.
Listen, that's scary, man. Even Cena was like impressed, so you already know.
And especially considering the man of his stature, right? Because Obafemi's tall, and Otis is not the tallest guy in the room. So leverage wise, you know what I mean, the amount of the length he has to go up.
Oh, that was Odyssey Jones. My bad. I fucked that up. Thank you.
Odyssey Jones. So shout out to Odyssey Jones. I actually worked with someone that went to high school, Odyssey Jones.
Hey.
When he played football in Syracuse.
Shout outs to Syracuse.
It's interesting that they're utilizing Odyssey Jones to kind of turn Xavier Woods against the New Day. Yeah, peep that?
Yeah, man. It's happening. It's about time.
It's happening.
Here we go.
Very interesting.
Here we go.
Xavier Woods isn't too happy about Odyssey Jones' inclusion.
He just mad
in their matches and their feuds right now.
He just mad. He being a little
because Kofi's like, yeah, he's gonna join us.
He'll be a little jealous.
And of course, you had Karrion Kross calling it out, talking about he's just Big E's replacement.
We'll get there. Here we go with that.
Can we go to chair shot and RIP to HPC of the week? Chair shot and RIP to Samantha Irvine's Hump Day.
Wow.
Spectacular. Yeah.
You did not share the.
Man, we're failing as a people.
We knew it was gonna happen at some point.
Yeah.
Thank you for your service. Thank you for the year.
Follow us on social media. We'll show you the picture. You already
shout out to Ricochet, man. Ricochet living his best life.
Yes.
And you know why I say shout out? I say shout out because she's a beautiful woman, bro. But her personality, she's goofy, bro. You follow her on IG.
Personality, yes.
She does all these skits. Like she's a whole total package.
Yeah, it was there.
Right now, boy.
Oh yeah.
It's the new audio, I guess. I pressed the wrong button. I'm so sorry, bitch.
That's all the damn time we have for you folks. Appreciate y'all that pulled up. Shout outs to Instagram, shout outs to Facebook, shout outs to all the platforms. Kick, We out here. Facebook, YouTube, Mike the Ref. Appreciate you pulling up. Mo ain't low. Thanks for pulling up. You already know, man.
225, baby. 225.
Keeping them coming. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace. 10 count till 10 told. Don't forget what to do.
Subscribe and like, hit that button right now. All right, follow us on Twitch.